Hey guys, it's Robin the Lady Biker. One of the things that's been asked of me quite a bit by both male and female riders is, can I really stand up this big bike? I'm going to show you how to do that today. Alright, so yeah, that's one of the things that, especially for those of us that are going to be riding some of the bigger cruisers, whether it be a Goldwing, a Harley, or any of the other amazing bikes out there, every once in a while, we're going to drop the bike. It's just going to happen. Gravel, something happens every once in a while, the bike goes down. Now, it's always a good thing to know how to stand one up, and there is a technique for whoever you are to be able to do it. So in the event that something like that happens, you're riding along, you do something and you go, oh man, because you know it's going down. First off, don't fight it. Get out of the way, it's okay. Let it drop and then take a breath, because your adrenaline's gonna be going. Especially if you've done it in front of a bunch of other people, yeah, your adrenaline's gonna be pumping. So take a breath and let it out, let that adrenaline go. Then evaluate where you're at. So number one, if you can get help, if you have help, take it. Ladies, it doesn't take away from our power. Don't bug off or wave off help. If you can get some help, do it. However, if you're in a situation where you can't or where you don't have help, there is a technique. So the first thing you're gonna do is make sure that you're in a safe place. Two, you want to make sure that your bike is in first gear and that the engine is off. So go ahead, hit the kill switch, pull the key, whatever you need to, make sure your bike is off. Then, depending on what side, doesn't matter what side it's on, you're going to take your bars and lock them all the way to whichever side of the bike you're on. Now, if the bike falls onto the right side, go ahead and put the jiffy stand down. If it falls on the left side, then that step comes in later in the whole thing. What you're gonna wanna do once you get the handlebars locked is to get as low to the ground as you can. You wanna get kinda low on the saddle, and I'll show you here in a minute when we lay the bike down. And then depending on your body size and how your bike is set up, you wanna grab the other handhold either here on the sissy bar, a bag guard, or somewhere on the frame where you've got a good hold. And then all you're gonna do from there, so you can keep your chest up and your spine straight, because ladies, our power's in our legs, and you're just gonna use tiny baby steps walking the bike back, and it's gonna stand up. So if you're not really sure and don't really believe it can happen, let me show you how. Okay, so as I was saying before, if the bike falls on the right side, before you stand her up, or before you stand the bike up, make sure the jiffy stand is down, you're in first gear, and the engine's off. Now, for a while, once I changed out my seat, and if you saw one of my previous videos about my reach seat and the review I did on it, as you can see, it's very narrow here, which is very different from the stock seats because it kind of shifts your position in on this. And there for a while I couldn't stand it up because I couldn't figure out what was going on and what was going wrong until I did a little work with a friend of ours, Jay, and he showed me what I was doing wrong. So here's what I was doing wrong. I was trying to grab my bag guard, and so that had me, see how my back is out of alignment? Now all of a sudden, the strength of your body, which is in your core and your legs, cannot be utilized. So when you choose your handhold, make sure that you're upright, you're low, and you've got a good hold on the bike. Now let's see if I can actually do this. So from here, all you start doing, once you get the handlebars locked in a good grip, is you start walking back slow. Let me grab my brake because the throttle was rolling. Ah! Not the prettiest I've ever done. Now, Once you get to this point, if the bike was on the other side, you want to make sure that you get the jiffy stand down first. Yeah, she's down. And then just gradually let the bike settle over. I don't care how many times I've done that, it still gets tough. So anyway, as I said, sometimes you have to take a second attempt at it. These are big bikes. Ladies, this bike is 850 plus pounds. It's a heavy lift, but it is doable when you have the right technique. So guys, with that, I'm gonna go get some water and catch my breath. And for those of you who can, get out and ride, have fun, be safe, and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye.